Hello, this business case proposal for Sandstone Creations is to explain the current problem and best strategy for the company to become a more efficient and profitable company. I, Carlos Peregrina and Jesus Belayo, will be presenting 3 business options with one that will change this company to be a more relevant competitor within the home decor wholesale industry.
Creation is a family-owned business who provides home decor in a wholesale quantities by designing and manufacturing giftware for the wholesale souvenir industry, as well as corporate custom logo marketing items. They manufacture mugs, cutting boards, ceramic coasters, candles, magnets, and ornaments in the USA. The business owner took over the company, which was established in 1967 by having the desire to create American manufacturing jobs and creating products in the USA. Sandstone Creation pride themselves in providing quality products designed and manufactured in the USA from specific artists who receive a percentage who are interested in receiving wholesale products because the products offered at Sandstone are limited to only being produced from Sandstone Creation. The primary industry they compete in is providing wholesale home decor to gift shops and other similar retailers who supply quality products to buyers. The process Sandstone Creation to buyers. The process Sandstone Creation needs to improve is their inventory control process. This has been outdated for many years now, and it is a critical issue. There is no track of inventory within the company for any of their products. They order as they run out of products, creating a significant issue when consumers are buying. It leads to problems when inventory gets delivered, and they have to selectively choose which orders can go out first when the products they have. This creates a waste of time for customers and the business within itself. The reasoning behind this is the lack of data. The owner does not want to purchase more than she deems necessary since she insisted sitting product is wasted money. The current process is as follows. Step 1. Manager orders inventory. Step 2. Raw materials are put into warehouse. Step 3. Production. Step 4. Quality check. Step 5. Packaging and labeling. Step 5. Packaging and labeling. Step 6. Finished products are taken to shipping. Step 7. Repeats steps 3 and 6 until inventory is out. Time spent on each step. Step 1. Manager orders inventory. Takes up to 3 months for products to make it to the company. Step 8 to put inventory in warehouse since they come in large quantities. Step 3. Production. Products can take up to a week to finish being printed and designed on. Step 4. Quality check. 1 day after products are finished. Step 5. Packaging and labeling. Takes 1 day to finish packaging up to 10 orders. Step 6. Finished products are taken to finish packaging up to 10 orders. Step 6. Finished products are taken to shipping. 1 day to package up to 7 orders. Staff involved with this process. The team consists of 5 employees and 2 managers who own the business. Each employee has a department they are responsible for with a specific product. Managers involved within this step since they are placing their order. Step 2. Raw materials are put into the warehouse. Requires the whole staff, 5 members, to do this step. Step 3. Production. Each employee is responsible for their department, up to 5 people working at once. Step 4. Quality check. Each person quality checks their product. They have made 4 people. Step 5. Packaging and labeling. Only 1 person works on this at a time. Step 6. Finished products are taken to shipping. Only 1 person works on shipping the item out. The costs and quality of products. Costs within this process takes about an inventory order which can take up to 3 months to be shipped. The products last up to a month, sometimes longer, depending on business that month. Quality. In the current process, the quality of products are suffering because the company is always behind in orders, creating employees to work fast but not efficiently, missing imperfections in the products since they are just structural products created sold from Sandstone, which are called coasters. Inventory control history. The process existed since they opened the business in 1967, but never readjusted. They never had the issue until recently because the new manager would not purchase inventory if she did not feel it was necessary. The company owns this process since they came up with it themselves. For the majority of the years, this worked completely fine as products would come in and be outputted within a specific time frame, causing no issue. The problem arose when the business started to slow down and she believed not to buy. Makes sense, but as business picked up, she never got back to providing inventory for her company to sell. The resistance of the owner not willing to break the bottlenecks will arise from what type of manager the current owner is. She is an autocratic type of leader who resists any input from subordinates. If the correct decisions are made, this is when the type of leadership is subordinates. If the correct decisions are made, this is when the type of leadership is perceived as useful management technique. But the problems arise when the right choice is not made. Sandstone Creation has been dealing with their inventory process as being their main problem of the company, which leads them to have difficulty gaining market share within the competitive market. Forming Goldratt's theory of constraints by beginning with identifying the bottleneck of the thinking process defines the constraint Sandstone Creation is dealing with is the lack of inventory within the company. Identifying the bottlenecks consists of mapping and analyzing your process and identifying the problems along with their cause. From using the Goldratt's theory of constraints, think what to change. By understanding the lack of inventory control and the shortage of items needed to produce products for orders, to follow what to change is the next question, where this organization needs to provide an efficient way to not run out of inventory to fulfill orders in a timely manner. The last question of thinking process is how to cause a change, and is demonstrated by implementing a whole new inventory process. After performing this tool, the current reality tree tool can be performed to identify the core conflict by tracing all the undesirable effects down to the root cause. Within the organization, they consisted of demand for products with no products available to turn over, the wait time employees have while waiting for the inventory, orders cannot be fulfilled from not having the needed product, and lastly, productivity decreases from the time sitting around waiting. After performing this, the core problem is noticed. Identify the bottlenecks. As stated previously, after listing the UDEs, the core problem is noticed. The lack of inventory control causes wasted time, leading to a decrease in productivity. The evaporating cloud Goldratt established how to articulate the core create a process all employees are fully aware of to stay on top of inventory. The effect these bottlenecks have had on the process is slowing down the turnover rate of products to customers. The cost of production and total costs are being affected when there is downtime with no work. Because of the lack of inventory, when the process is being repeated, the wait time is even longer than before because they have not learned from the mistakes previously just done. The evaporating cloud Goldratt established how this articulates the core conflict early and surfaces the hidden assumptions leading to the company to fix the constraints by creating a process all employees are fully aware of to stay on top of inventory. Process of analyzing the problem. Identify the thinking process, identifies the constraints Sandstone Creations is dealing with, the lack of inventory within the company. Exploit. Implementing the standard inventory control process will improve the company immensely. Subordinate. This is establishing the process everyone is aware and fully able to follow, but one step at a time. Elevate. As they become great at the inventory process, soon enough they will be able to order their own products needed in the department. Lastly, repeat. As new constraints appear, work hard to eliminate them and continue to straighten the process.
Option 1. Inaction of the problem. The first possible option for Sandstone Creations they could possibly implement is doing nothing with this problem. They could keep operating business as they currently are, where they have been practicing their inventory management control process for the no time spent on training staff, minimal risk of failure, and expected results. The problems with inaction are rate of investment can actually be seen as negative since there are costs with failure of addressing a known problem causing inaction. Within avoidance of problems may lead to system erosion where your processes and technologies will naturally erode causing inaction. Within avoidance of problems may lead to system erosion where your processes and technologies will naturally erode unless investments are made and actions are taken to counteract this. Sandstone Creations may look at leading problems to take action within their issues to see live results. Option 2, outsource all the inventory, core items that Sandstone Creations offers to its customers. Outsourcing the products comes with benefits and risks that can ultimately make or break a company. The benefits Sandstone Creations would get from outsourcing would include reduced operating costs, inventory control, reduced new service/lead times, and more resource flexibility. Sandstone Creations can reduce total costs, allow them to have more time in inventory to reduce the amount of time a customer has to wait to receive their product. Outsourcing also comes with risks such as constraints on business development, loss of quality control, and decreased focus on their core competencies. The dangers of outsourcing are high due to Sandstone Creations being a company that prides itself in making their products in America. Option 3. Implement the inventory control process along with Kotter's 8 steps to create the blue ocean strategy. The final possible solution offered to Sandstone Creations include implementing the inventory control process and strategy. The benefits of this specific option include time saved from products, where this includes a minimum of 3 months of waiting for inventory to come in, where in a week, 36 hours will be reduced from the new inventory control process, leading towards the finance saved. In a month, it takes about $5,000 to pay for the products. But if they would invest and buy enough inventory, this could save time, which leads to shipping charges, late fees, unhappy customers, and more business. The level of quality within the products will be improved, as there will be less rushing when creating orders with the right amount of inventory to take time to make the quality products. An additional benefiting for the products anymore. The possible risk of implementing this is not forecasting demand correctly, since we are always ordering ahead of time trying to create the just-in-time strategy. So the new redesign process is as follows. Step 1, track inventory and order fulfillment rate. Step 2, create a system where it reaches a certain threshold, automatically the manager is noticed. Step 3, manager orders inventory before they would run out, so no shortage of products occur. Step 4, raw materials are put into warehouse, but only managers work for production to keep moving. Step 5, production. Step 6, quality check. Quality check and packaging labels done by whomever finishes their product. Step 7, finished products are taken to shipping, where everyone is capable of shipping. Last person to finish is a product from an order is to pack and ship. Step 8, repeat all 8 steps with inventory never running out, since it is being tracked. Making every packing, shipping, or production creates an environment for everyone to be as efficient as possible without any excuses. Value-added outcomes to the new design. So the time saved would be 3 months minimum for waiting for inventory to come in. In a week, 36 hours will be reduced from the new design by everyone being able to do any task. The finances saved. In a month, it takes about design by everyone being able to do any task. The finances saved. In a month, it takes about $5,000 to pay for the products, but if they would invest and buy enough inventory, this could save time, which leads to shipping charges, late fees, unhappy customers, and more business. The level of quality will be improved. The quality of products will improve, since they are not rushing to send orders out anymore. But they are working nonstop to fulfill orders. The consumers are no longer waiting upwards to 3 weeks after the promised order date for their order to be fulfilled with updated inventory control process. So the Kotter's 8 steps. By implementing Kotter's 8 steps, they start with creating the sense of urgency, which within Sandstone Creations of us creating a new inventory control process because of the problem arising with the current one. Build a guiding correlation within the company is the following step, and to do this, Sandstone Creations needs to realize everyone must all work together and to change the current issues. To follow, a vision needs to be created, but with a purpose. In this situation, they need to create a goal of getting products out, establishing an inventory control process. Communicating this vision across Sandstone Creations will give the employees the ability to successfully start the change by understanding and applying the vision to the current workload. The next step is eliminating any barriers which may exist for the company to have a change in the right direction of the new vision. For them to do the processes such as the current inventory process they currently work by. Generating short-term wins is critical in this process, and for Sandstone Creations to implement, this will be working on getting orders out by the promised date from the new inventory control process. As the team realizes the change is possible, it is important to sustain acceleration by consolidating within the company and establishing the continued progress from here. The final step of the process, institutionalizing the new approach by articulating the new behaviors and how successful the organization is now. Kotter's 8 steps process will help overcome. will have with the new design process because of the value this process brings to the company. The benefit of the company as a whole is the main focus of this process, and for the sake of the company to create change should be supported from the owner. The Blue Ocean Strategy. This in turn leads us creating a Blue Ocean The Blue Ocean Strategy. This in turn leads us creating a Blue Ocean Strategy by taking the first step by creating a distinct curve from the 4 actions framework, giving the results summarized in an eliminate, reduce, raise, create grid. As Figure 1 displays, the results of the framework questions being answered can create an imbalance if the strategy is not implemented correctly. In the grid formulating the Blue Ocean Strategy is the following step. Selecting a path to find new blue ocean opportunities most beneficial to Sandstone is important. I believe looking across complementary product and service offering reflecting upon the company will create opportunities to help Sandstone grow. This arises the opportunity to change the dynamic of shipping within the industry and provide a delivery by a certain date or it's free. The current issue of customers is having to wait time on the product, and if we are able to eliminate this consumers will be more inclined to return to us. If Sandstone Creations implemented Cotter's 8-step process to tackle the inventory issues, this creates opportunities to that process to tackle the inventory issues. This creates opportunities to apply within the Blue Ocean Strategy. Another recommendation after offering the shipping policy is to focus on all the customers who are affected by the shipping and inventory demands and reimburse them by giving them the option to reorder their orders at no cost. Allowing them the opportunity for Sandstone up to the consumer and explain they are no longer performing business like this will create a more value to the consumer. There is a final recommendation to reduce costs. As Blue Ocean argues, a company must not let costs dictate prices, nor should you lower utility to match costs. For Sandstone Creations, eliminating the wait time by replacing any poor operating machines and hiring new employees to create a productive flow of operation will reduce costs over time. Also, finding suppliers who can supply and ship Sandstone at specific times is important to be able to offer the new shipping methods, because without the product, employees cannot start working on orders. By being able to implement specific factors of the Blue Ocean Creations create